Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jikook Moment. Your home if you believe that true love can be found in silence, in shared glances, and in those little giggles only understood by two souls deeply connected. In today's video, we're diving into an extraordinary moment from BTS's latest live broadcast. A moment so powerful, it felt as if time stopped. Once again, Jungkook and Jimin showed just how strong their bond is. But that's not all. We'll also uncover hidden clues, from Vietnam, Switzerland, New York, to Japan, that suggest this connection isn't just coincidence. Get ready, because what you're about to see and hear today might just change the way you see their relationship forever. During BTS's most recent live, there was one moment so striking, it felt like time froze for the fans watching. Especially those who have followed the unique dynamic between Jungkook and Jimin over the years. Amid the laughter, the jokes, and the genuine warmth radiating from the members after their military service, it was the bond between these two that shone the brightest. Not through hugs or overly sweet words, but in subtle details that only those watching with their hearts would truly understand. From the very beginning, as questions were directed at Jimin, it was obvious Jungkook was in full synchronization mode. He didn't just listen, he anticipated. It felt like he knew exactly what Jimin would say, even before he opened his mouth. Every time Jimin's name was mentioned, Jungkook instinctively turned to look at him, eyes focused, with an expression that silently said, "I know what he's feeling." And then came the most touching moment, when Taeyong asked Jimin how he was feeling. Jimin paused, clearly searching for the right words. But before he could respond, Jungkook let out that soft, familiar chuckle, his signature, filled with meaning. It wasn't a joke, and it wasn't to tease. It was a reflex, the kind that comes from someone who knows exactly what the other is going through. Moments later, Jin asked a similar question, and without hesitation, Jungkook replied, "He's starting to get sentimental," a sentence that revealed Jimin's inner state, just from a second of silence. The atmosphere shifted. Jimin then shared that he had only returned from military service 5 days ago. His voice was calm, honest, but carried the weight of everything he had endured. He admitted what he missed most was his bed, specifically, the moment before sleep, holding his phone, letting his thoughts drift freely. While Jimin spoke, the camera occasionally focused on Jungkook. Not once did he look away. He nodded slowly, his eyes unblinking, as if absorbing every word. This wasn't just listening. It was a level of attentiveness that only comes from a deep emotional bond. When Jin asked how long it had been since Jimin completed his service, the most symbolic moment of the night occurred. In perfect harmony, Jimin and Jungkook both said, "Has it been 3 weeks for us?" A simple sentence, but one packed with meaning. Us. Not me or you, but this. Jungkook even counted with his fingers, trying to recall the exact date, while Jimin giggled and admitted that time felt blurry. The only thing he knew for sure was that sleeping in his own bed with his phone in hand was an irreplaceable blessing. That night's live wasn't just about BTS reuniting, it was a window into the private world of two people who have shared more than a decade together, as teammates, best friends, and maybe more. But this moment didn't stand alone. In recent weeks, photos and clips of Jungkook and Jimin have resurfaced online. From airport sightings to glimpses of their trips to Switzerland, Vietnam, and New York. All showing a consistent pattern. They were together, they were close, and they cherished each moment as if time was something too precious to waste. In Switzerland, they were seen walking through nature, relaxed and camera-free, just enjoying each other's presence. In Vietnam, fans caught them laughing while tasting street food at a night market. And in New York, they were spotted in the same studio building around the same time, though no official collaboration was ever announced. Many are asking, could this all be just coincidence? The truth is, during that very live, BTS revealed they're preparing for a massive comeback, a new album and world tour set to launch in March. Their free time is extremely limited. So if Jungkook and Jimin chose to spend time together in between their tight schedules, it's not accidental, it's a decision. A decision that shows they don't just enjoy each other's company, they need it. As a source of comfort, strength, and warmth in an overwhelming industry. Perhaps the most intriguing part of all, their trip to Japan. Just days before Jimin completed his service, both he and Jungkook were seen separately at the airport heading to Japan. At first, fans assumed it was for personal reasons. But when it was discovered that Jungkook's suitcase later appeared with Jimin upon his return, things became even more interesting. There were no joint photos, no official statements. But the little details, the same luggage, matching travel timelines, and that identical calm smile on their faces, fit together like puzzle pieces painting a deeply intimate story. For longtime fans, this isn't the first time they've read Jungkook and Jimin's silent language. They've long been known for communicating in unspoken ways, glances without words, shared smiles, or subtle touches that hold deeper meaning. And this recent live only reinforced it. When Jimin said, "It was a blessing," he wasn't just talking about his bed or a moment of relaxation. There was another layer in his words. Maybe he was also speaking about time spent with someone who makes his days easier to bear. As the promotional season approaches, these quiet moments may grow rarer. Their schedules will tighten, the pressure will rise, and the spotlight will intensify like never before. But it's in these very moments that strong bonds are truly tested. And with all the evidence, both in front of the camera and in the silent gestures behind it, Jungkook and Jimin have shown that they always choose each other. They don't need public validation. They don't need to make announcements. Because what they have is strong enough to exist outside the spotlight. Choosing to travel together, to spend time just the two of them, and to create memories in silence. That's a statement louder than words. Whatever the future holds, be it a hectic tour schedule, media noise, or endless rumors, one thing remains clear: they've built something real. And that reality can't be denied by anyone. Some might still call this fan service, or just fantasy. But for those who truly see, who truly feel, and who've followed their journey over the years, this story was never just an illusion. This is about two people who found home in each other, even in a world that constantly changes. And so, piece by piece, their story takes shape, not through press releases, but through quiet attentiveness, shared time, and the way they complement each other without needing to say a word. The world may keep questioning, doubting, or even mocking. But for those who truly see, it's not fan service. It's two souls who've walked side by side for over a decade, through camera flashes, packed schedules, and thousands of rumors, yet always return to one point: each other. What do you think about this moment? Was it a coincidence, or a choice from the heart? Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below, like this video if you also feel there's something more between them, and subscribe so you won't miss the next update from Jikook Moment. Because this story isn't over. It might just be beginning.